I feel super cool.
You may be wondering why we're both dressed as ninjas.
There's nothing ninja about it except the headband.
Hold on, I'm making a point. The movie that we're about to review, we disagree entirely about. We're gonna duel.
Do you need a glass of water or something?
No, I'm sounding like Babadook.
Oh.
Okay, got it. Here is a synopsis for the Babadook.
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 Do you want a glass of water?
I'm gonna do the synopsis this time, I think.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you gonna make fun of it?
Yeah.
Corey.
If you had seen that on camera, it would have been more ninja than the movie.
A synopsis for the Babadook. When a 75-year-old grandmother adopts their 6-year-old son Samuel, who's hallucinating a Babadook, the whole town doesn't give a crap. And the mother has to deal with her own grief because her husband got killed in a car accident. There you go. Best synopsis ever done in Netflix history.
So what'd you think about this movie, Corey? This will be good.
I thought it was very slow paced, and when it finally got to where it needed to, don't get me wrong, there were some scary images, and there was some freaky things that was like, oh, that's kind of creepy, that's a little weird. Mm-hmm. But it didn't hit home for me. It didn't make me say, yay, I'm glad I watched this movie.
It's not a traditional monster movie. It doesn't massacre people. It's a metaphor for something else entirely. What did you think about that metaphor?
I didn't even understand the metaphor until you explained it to me. So,
okay.
I'll be honest with you. I get it when you told me, though.
When I watched this movie the first time, I think I got it right away.
Okay.
Like, right off the bat. As soon as you see that her husband's things are all, like, they're kept in the basement, locked away, that itself is imagery for what she's done with her life.
Okay, I can appreciate that as a film. Mm-hmm. But if I didn't know that, if I didn't understand that, and I just took it as a movie itself, it was a whatever.
The Babadook starts with her reading this book that comes out of nowhere, and it looks like the book is what's cursed her.
Right.
That's why you're confused at first.
And I'm okay with, like, some of the images are really good. Don't get me wrong, I'm not slashing this movie, like, completely. I don't, like, hate it, okay? But there's nothing about it that makes me want to watch it again. Mm-hmm. There's nothing memorable that says, oh, that was worth, like, a minute and a half or an hour and a half of my life. Mm-hmm. But they have some good stuff in the books, like when she looks in the book and, like, it cuts itself through paper. Like, that was really cool imagery. I've never seen that done before in a movie.
Yeah.
So I'll give it that.
Well, when I first watched it, I realized it was an IFC film, which is independent film company.
Okay.
Wow, I think that's exactly what it stands for.
You're right.
Wow. I immediately told Hannah, I'm like, wow, this is going to be scary.
Okay.
Because usually with this kind of thing, there's no rating. It's just flat out not rated.
Okay.
So it can be as disturbing and as bloody and as gory as it can be.
But it wasn't that.
No, it wasn't. Instead, it relied heavily on being creepy and just being totally about grief and how you handle it.
And maybe that's what I'm kind of, like, going into the movie thinking. Maybe I was thinking, like, it would be horror / suspense, and I wasn't feeling suspense in the movie. Like, even when I seen Babadook, I was like, really?
Yeah.
That's Babadook? Like, that's what's supposed to be scary?
Yeah.
But I guess coming from your perspective where it's her grief, okay, that's fine. That's understandable. It makes more sense now. The whole movie altogether ties up into it. Makes sense.
Yeah. What did you think about the actors in this movie?
Whatever.
You don't know them. You don't.
Yeah,
know
there's nobody. I mean, they're good for what they are. I mean, for a 75-year-old woman that grieves, that's pretty good.
She's 30-something.
Looks 75.
She looks 70 because she's tired
I
and
guess.
depressed.
And dealing with stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And her son, okay, tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. Does her son not look like the original guy, Damon, from The Omen? Does her son not look
God.
like Doesn't he?
Yeah.
From the original.
If you watch the movie on Netflix, like Corey said, it's slow to get into it. It's really, really slow. Once it kicks off, you're still kind of like...
Yeah.
And then at the end, you're like... That's it?
Mm-hmm.
That's all of it?
Hence why I didn't like the movie.
I liked it just because it's original. It's an original idea.
Okay.
And I hate being...
Whoa.
Whoops. It is. It's an original idea, and it's a psychological horror that makes sense.
But it's an original storyline. Not so much the scares and the suspense is not original to me. I've seen stuff like that done before, but not in its way. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I've seen, like, the scary figures and the like, I'm gonna be creepy now, and what's following me, or why is there things flying through there?
Well,
I've seen that done before.
We saw this in The Taking of Deborah,
Yeah.
whatever.
And that's
the snake lady.
That's what it kind of reminded me of at points. Deborah Logan reminded me of her.
You have to come up with new things, or else they're just boring.
Right.
Like, I could watch this stuff night, day, middle of the night. I don't get goosebumps or scared from it anymore.
Right.
You have to come up with new stuff and evolve.
I want you to scare me movies. That's what I'm looking for.
Exactly. And I thought Babadook would do that, and it did kind of creep me out, but
So,
it didn't for very long.
what would you say for the whole movie as a whole? What would you rate it?
It's hard because I really like the good parts of it, but then I also are the same way with you, where the parts that I didn't like, I just didn't like at all. I'm going to give it a 3.5.
Okay. I'm going to give it a 2. I'm giving it a 2 because it's not memorable. If a movie's not memorable and I don't like it, then that's that. Yes.
I gave it a 4.5.
What?
Wow.
I really liked it.
Hannah, what about you?
I give it a 3.
3? All right. There you go. So, I guess some people love it, some people won't.
And
that's
some
that.
of us are in the middle. It's just hard to rate.
It really is.
Let us know what you think of the movie down below. Subscribe, comment, like. Just show us some love.
Be a ninja. Because that's cool.
Be
Unlike
halfway
this
there.
movie.
It was an Australian movie.
And I didn't understand a word of the movie. Maybe that's why I didn't like it. They talked about shrimp and Bobby. Didn't they?
No.
Not once.
No. They showed a barbecue.
And they also showed a kangaroo.
Yeah. They sure did.
Good job, Australian people.
Anyway, guys, we'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Kissed it.
Oh, God. Hold on. I'm still feeling it.
The tiredness or
Yeah.
the movie experience?
Both.